My name is Abedalqader Khaled Shahin, and this is my podcast in which I'll be discussing my topic of watchmaking movements and mechanics. The watchmaking process is a craftsmanship that requires vast experience and understanding of different laws of physics, including laws of motion and conservation of energy. In this video, I will discuss and explain the contribution of mechanical engineering in the art of watchmaking. Firstly, I would like to start off with a brief explanation of the history behind the watchmaking process. The first mechanical watch was made in the 16th century in Tudor, England, where the first pocket watch was invented. Later on, a challenge to define and allocate longitudinal directions by the Queen of England in the 1700s led to further development of the watchmaking process. It is at this stage that the watchmaking evolved into a craftsmanship, where new ideas and concepts were beginning to be introduced into the watchmaking industry. Like famous watchmakers such as Patek Philippe, who introduced the first wristwatch, and Abraham Louis Breguet, that built one of the most complicated pocket watches of history until this very day, to the Queen of France, Marie Antoinette. Now let's move on to the engineering aspects behind the watchmaking process. First of all, each watch consists of around no less than 100 moving parts inside the case, where some might exceed 400 moving parts in some more complicated models. There is more than one aspect of physics that relates to the engineering of watchmaking. Firstly, inside a mechanical watch there exists a main rotor, which adjusts the power of the movement of the watch due to the regular movement of the user's hand while wearing. The movement of the rotor stores and reserves potential energy inside the mainspring and disperses kinetic energy through the center pivot located at the center of the rotor, which then moves the many different associated gears into winding the watch, thus allowing the watch to function normally through conservation of energy. In mechanical engineering, materials usually play a huge role in the design of and manufacturing process of the making of any product. Inside a typical mechanical watch, there exists a standard of 17 jewel components, mostly ruby, which is usually used for the wheel pivots, as it provides a slick surface to the pivots and gears, and it is considerably hard. However, if steel was used for wheel pivots without any jewels, they would quickly grind away the bridge and the plate materials, and this will result in the wheel to come out of alignment and the movement would desynchronize and crash. Therefore, ruby is more preferable than steel when it comes to handling the forces, lasting longer, and providing a low friction surface for such a delicate mechanism. Throughout time and as the world develops, mechanical engineering has contributed hugely into the making of this new developed world we live in today. As such goes with the world of watchmaking, where it requires certain engineering skills such as analytical and practical skills and allows new technologies, materials and movements to be introduced to enhance the timekeeping process that we live in. If it weren't for time being measured and engineered accurately, who would have known when whatever happened and if it were accurate enough to be recorded or not? Once again, my name is Abedalqader Khaled Shahin, and thank you very much for watching.